This video in particular is for you who are at home dead set on finding out how to utilize a crochet hook for maintenance on your own. It's not fucking easy, it's hard, it hurts. You stab yourself hundreds of times over and over again. I just got done doing maintenance for the last 2 days, and I stabbed myself so much that I can't even have a lock client. Like, I don't want to touch one of these again, but I want to do this video to show you guys shit. So if you don't know, my name is Shane Fallon. This is where we talk about hair. I've been studying hair since 2006, and I first started wearing locks on my head and studying locks back in '99. So you can imagine I might have a little info for you. You want to be rocking one of these up inside your hair, and you think you want to learn how to do this on your own head. Well, I'm here to tell you it ain't that easy, but either way, let's get into it. Because it ain't really that easy. Ultimately, just doing my own maintenance for the last 2 days, and my fingers are on fire. I can't even have another client for like, at least until Friday. Look at this thumb. I don't know if that splits open for you, but that sucks, dude. It hurts. Generally speaking though, dude, I'm years and years in, and I still stab myself over and over again. It hurts, it doesn't feel great. It's not the easiest thing in the world, and I have really good muscle memory. I'm not gonna sit here today and be like, I'm gonna teach you how to do locks with a crochet, blah, 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 over a screen right now. No, that ain't gonna happen today. The reason you don't run into a whole lot of information about this is because there's no way to teach you muscle memory. There just isn't. There isn't a way to teach you muscle memory, homie. So it's either you keep stabbing yourself until you get better at it, or maybe you're just naturally good at it right away. Either way, when my clients are dead set on they want to really try to figure out how to do this, I tell them, take your locks, take your crochet hook, and start working on spots that you need to work on. Something like the fuzzy wuzzies on this one, okay? The first technique of crochet is going to be just pulling in the hairs, and so that's what you want to get good at. And so you get in here, and I don't know how you're gonna be able to see it, but I bet I could even just do it by feel like that. And you're just pulling in hairs. Once you really get good at pulling in those hairs and you think you're actually doing the work that you're setting out to do, it should take a little while. There's another technique that's better, or not better, it's what I truly enjoy, and you have to be able to spin your crochet hook like this, essentially. The crochet hook goes in, it pulls the hair in and turns and goes back out and turns and goes back in and turns and goes back out. Comes back in, turns and goes back out. Comes back in and turns and goes back out. Now I've been doing that in the same spot for too long, but when you're really good at it, it'll get really tight like that. I don't want that tight because that's going to create a problem, but that was just to kind of show you. Generally speaking, when you're pulling these hairs in, you want to be utilizing this technique that just goes in and out, and you're not turning your crochet hook. If I ever do, I'm weaving the outside of these around the base of the lock. Personally, in my actual journeys, I don't like to use crochet down the ends of my locks. I like to palm roll this with friction. It's way better for it. This video in particular is for you who are at home dead set on finding out how to utilize a crochet hook for maintenance on your own. It's not fucking easy, it's hard, it hurts. You stab yourself hundreds of times over and over again. I just got done doing maintenance for the last 2 days, and I stabbed myself so much that I can't even have a lock client. Like, I don't want to touch one of these again, but I want to do this video to show you guys shit. Not only that, I get through with all those hours and there's still like this kind of dumb shit that, I mean, that just pisses me off. My hair is too tight for there to be that. So what I'm saying is, even I enjoy another loctician doing my hair more than I enjoy doing it myself. Practice on pulling in those loose hairs around the ends of your locks. Once you get really good at both of those two techniques, or master one of them and feel like your muscle memory is good enough to accomplish what you're actually trying to do in a lock. Because the muscle memory is really what it comes down to. And if you don't have the muscle memory, that's where you break hair. When you're doing the ends of these, you can hear it. You can hear if I'm ripping hair or not. I'm not. Let's see. Maybe you can hear it in there, ASMR style. Anyways, So as you practice and you get the muscle memory down of actually taking a few swipes and being able to do what you set out to accomplish to do in just those couple of swipes, like that, you know, that's when you can get up here and start doing your own maintenance up here. Now, when you're doing your own maintenance up here, it comes down to being really good at pulling your lock out from the top of your head, feeling what's around it, like, because you can pull straight out from the section that it grows from, 90 degrees. You can feel what that section is supposed to be, get that hair wrapped around it, and then start crocheting. And I'm using the twisting technique because it's looping and wrapping the hair around itself. The essence of it is just getting the hairs that are supposed to be in that lock tied into the lock so that when they fall out in the telogen phase of hair cycle growth, that hair winds up into the lock, and the new hair that grows out starts to grow out and spirals into the lock. Whatever route we go there to get that is whatever route you decide to go get that. It doesn't have to be this. But if you're dead set and determined on figuring out how to do this, there's some tips for you to figure out. And I always say practice down here. Once you get good enough at it down here, get up here and try to do it up there. You're gonna stab yourself over and over again. I'm years and years into being a loctician, and I stab myself doing my own maintenance all the time. Sometimes doing other people's maintenance too. Just kind of how it goes for me anyways. I don't know, there might be some people that don't. I do. I hope that helps some of you guys at home, man, because it's not really an easy thing to get into, and it really comes down to you just practicing and getting muscle memory. As soon as you get that muscle memory, you'll know it, you'll feel it doing different stuff under your fingers than it did in the beginning. And then you'll know you're doing something. Then at that point in time, when you're confident that things are happening that you like, get up there on the roots and start playing with those. But until then, don't get up there and break no hair. You're just gonna break a whole bunch of hair and fuck a bunch of shit up. So, and then you're just gonna be fuzzy all the time, like 100%. And that's just not a fun journey. So, either way, happy locking, peeps.
Heel fluffnul the ham and his name and gist. And in the cat calling it us and the ham is calling her with a surfing. Skins I was snissering it a snip. Because he roses in the left.
Happy locking.